What is up, guys? Welcome to a new Unranked to Diamond episode. This is going to be different. This is going to be like a replay review, I guess, because, well, you know how I have my two scenes. I have my starting scene where we're in Champion Select, then it changes to the game. Well, I kind of forgot to enable the automatic one, and I forgot to switch it. So I recorded the first half of the game on the first scene, so you couldn't actually see the game, but I could, and I was commentating over it, but all you saw was a Champion Select. So we're gonna go through today as a replay, I guess, and look in hindsight. Now, I think a lot of people have asked me to do this anyway on this channel. Like, they want me to go back and do things, maybe even spectate some of you guys, which is something I might actually do. My stream really wants me to do like spectate stuff where I spectate subs, and I think that's probably something I'm gonna start to do. So maybe I'd upload them on the channel if you guys want to see it. I don't know if you're going to want to see it or not. It's obviously, I still want to do some gameplay because it's me playing, right? It's entertaining. It's more like a relationship with me. But like, for learning and stuff, I guess looking at someone else and me saying what they're doing well and badly is actually going to help quite a lot. So I don't know if you guys want to see it more anyway. But yeah, hindsight is obviously a lot easier. Like, I see a lot of comments in this channel now, especially as it's starting to get bigger. Well, there's more people around that, you know... Okay, yeah, so I just missed the first two CS. Wait, 1 second, we're gonna get into this. But like, I see a lot of comments now like, oh, you're bad, like, oh, that was a terrible play, this was terrible, blah, blah. And yeah, it's like, yeah, in hindsight, like, I agree, that was terrible. But it's very different when you're in the game and you're having to make those choices, like, in a split second while I'm commentating. So this is a chance to go back and say, this is what I did well, this is what I did badly. And it's probably gonna line up with a lot of what you guys say in the comments. But like, you know, backseat gaming like that doesn't really help. Like, I know the mistakes are there. It's just obviously it's very different when you're actually in the game. But anyway, so I missed the first two CS, which is pretty bad. Let's just get this down to... We're probably going to play the lane phase about normal speed, speed up the boring stuff, and then we'll go through. Apparently, by the way, this Jinx is actually a master player. I don't know if that's true or not, but she did play very well, and after the game, she was like, yeah, I'm master. So, you see that. But anyway, what we're trying to do here is literally just push and make sure they don't get level 2 much before us. It doesn't really matter because like level 2 normally is a big deal, right? But actually it means nothing. And you see here, right, they got level 2. Normally what you do when they get 2 is just run away because they're gonna have the advantage on you. But like, she has a Soraka backing up, sorry, she has a Janna backing her up. I have a Soraka, so I actually go for the CS because it's like, well, what's the point? What's gonna happen? I get my net level up second, I get a good trade onto her, get another Q as well. So we actually come out on top of the trade. I step in the trap because I'm an idiot. Not that it really matters the damage or anything, but yeah, like, there's nothing she can really do to me because she's with a Janna, which is why I don't back off. If that was like against a Thresh or something, I was probably going to die there, so yeah, pretty bad. But I'm trying to like poke her and push her. This is actually a kind of mistake because Jinx is very good at pushing. This is one of the things that's really good with her right now, and I'm actually going for trade win with her rather than pushing like my Q down the wave on stuff. And this is mean that I'm missing a couple of CS here that you're seeing because I'm feeling pressured to attack more than just last hit because I need to get the like wave out of my tower basically. I'm also actually gonna max my Q this game. Normally you guys see, okay, that does not like when I speed it up. Normally you guys see that I maxed my W first because I think the trap damage is better, but with this we're probably not going to be doing that because I need to push the wave. Jinx pushes so hard, you need to like, I guess, keep it out of my tower, and my Q is the only real way of doing that. The reason, by the way, I'm trained like a moron here is to try and get her to waste her mana. And like, this looks like a terrible trade, right? And it was like in normal lane that would have been a terrible trade, but because I have Soraka, it's actually not a bad trade at all. I'm wasting Jinx's mana because she's using all of her abilities. I'm wasting Janna's mana for the shield as well. I'm getting a little bit of damage onto Jinx, but now basically if she's out of mana now, she can't really push as hard. That's what I'm trying to achieve there. I'm trying to make sure that one, she can't, that again, probably a bit stupid because I could have used the Q on the wave, but like, I'm trying to bully her a little bit even though she's pushing me in. And I have Soraka, like, I'm going to be full health in a second anyway. And look at Soraka, like, she's almost full health already. You have to remember, after the nerfs, the first couple of ranks of a W are longer, so you don't want to do this all the time. But at the same time, you can trade like an absolute moron and still get away with it, which is kind of the theory. Like, the whole thing behind this lane phase is just like, I'm trying to trade like an absolute dumbass because it doesn't matter. So you see, actually, when I autoed her there, I got all of the aggro from all the minions. Can you see my mouse? You can, okay. I got aggro from all of these minions here, and I just stood there. Normally what you do is you run away, you back off, which is what I did eventually just out of habit. But like, I actually don't do it to start with because I have a striker to heal me back up, so it doesn't actually matter. Like normally you wouldn't take one auto trade in the minions because you'll get aggro from everyone else. But apart from that, this is a very like sleepy lane phase because nothing really happens. But you can see I'm slowly getting trades off there. Like Jinx put her E behind me to cut me off because she was going to win the trade. And yes, she would have won that trade. But like I have a Soraka, so I don't need to run away. So I just stand there and auto her, and ends up working out for us pretty well. A second. Okay, see what we can do here. That was a bit of a misclick by Soraka, I think. By the way, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on red. So I... obviously, just then you could see the jungler and stuff, but I can't see the jungler in game. So we're going to talk as if the jungler's not there. And then in hindsight, obviously, you can see. But I don't think knowing where the jungler is actually a good thing. Excuse me. I'm just going to die. Sorry about that. I have like a real tick on my throat right now. I don't know why. All of a sudden. Okay, it's gone. I think it's gone. Yeah, but I am maxing my Q here. And now I've started getting lane control. I'm actually like freezing the lane a bit. So you can see they're kind of forced away. She's half health. Oh, my voice is actually going. She's like half health. She's not winning these trades anymore because Soraka is just hitting me back up. So I'm actually stopping to push now. And I'm just keeping it here. And if she walks forward and she like wants to CS or anything, I'm going to go forward and punish her a little bit. Obviously, I'm trying to pick up CS as well at the same time, but you can see me, like, the way I'm positioning. Look how, like, Rambo I am. Like, oh my god, my throat. This never happens to me. What is going on? So you see, like, how Rambo I am right now? Like, Soraka's not even close to me, and normally this is a terrible trade. I am genuinely dying. Like, my throat is genuinely dead. I'm holding back the cough now. I'm really trying to hold back the cough. But yeah, so normally this is a terrible trade. Soraka's nowhere near me. I probably get aggro from these minions here, maybe. I don't know if she's actually in range for that or not, but like I'm 1v2 really. But because I have Soraka, I have no fear. And it's like, okay, I'm trying to pop her pot. This is unfortunate because I do get ganked here and it kind of screws me, but so maybe I was going a bit too aggressive with no vision. Like I have vision here, which is kind of like the false sense of security because this really should be here. We're starting to, so when you're a defensive, this is fine because like they're going to have to come through here, right? But when you're pushing, you need a bit more warning. If I had more warning, obviously I wouldn't have made that play onto Jinx. But the whole point of me there was I was trying to, yeah, I was trying to like get Jinx's potion because when you get a potion, it's much easier. I chose to flash. I don't know if I had to. But, like, Rengar had already missed his 5 frosty things in, yeah, and I don't know. He'd already missed his 5 frosty. I don't know if I needed to, but I didn't really want to take even more damage here, really. I think it might have been a bit of a pussy flash in like, hindsight, but again, I don't know. Like, in the moment, I thought, well, better safe than sorry, rather not die, right? Okay, so we're just going to push this tower down for a little bit. I think I might actually get this, because Graves has done a good job of that. Which is nice. This is first tower blood, which is good. So far, we're playing a pretty even lane. This is kind of what Soraka does. Even though, obviously, you know, I guess Jinx is kind of like a better player than me if she's Master Tier. Like, having a Soraka with me doesn't, well, she can't really display it at all, because she trades better than me if she does, but I'm trading like a moron anyway because I think I'm gonna come out on top anyway. So with the Soraka heal, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, this is unfortunately Jinx in a nutshell, pushing me under tower and poking me, trying to get what CS I can. But you know, I'm gonna warn you this. I'm gonna like fast forward stuff a little bit because it is a bit of a snooze fest. So this should have been a bit of a warning, I think. Hang on, wait. Oh no. Okay, we're good. Oh no, wait, I think this should be a bit of a warning. So, basically, at this point, I think that Janna's roaming because Jinx is playing so far back because the entire lane phase she's played really far up. And I think that Jinx must be alone now because why else would she be this far back, right? But then, that's weird because why would you W me when there's no point? But I've actually noticed she's pretty good at the game, like, at this point. Way above the platform level or whatever I'm at right now. So I think maybe I'm standing outside the minions, right? There's a direct line. Like, if you can take it, you might as well. So I think she's just like trading with me, so I'm going to position myself a bit more. And then I see the exclamation mark and I'm like, okay, bollocks. And I'm dead. Let's just get this up. We get absolutely ruined. I last for quite a long time, to be fair, but oops, I didn't mean to press the W there. But yeah, I got absolutely right. They obviously pre-planned that quite a lot. Like Janna and the Jinx pre-made. I don't know if Rengar is as well or not, but that was obviously a very pre-planned and well executed gank. But you'll notice, one thing I'll notice in this game is Jinx farms like an absolute beast. One, she gets free farm the entire game because she just pushes me into tower. And I mean, the thing with Soraka is you can't lose your lane, but like that hard, but you can't really win it either. So, well, I mean, you can win it, but like when you just get pushed in all the time, it's like the way to kind of counter Soraka, I guess. Plus, she's not as strong this patch anyway. But yeah, so now I'm thinking, okay, I don't want to push up again because I just died doing that. So I have no idea where Rengar is. I have no idea where anyone is. I don't want to like risk it again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go mid. Oops, hang on a second. This Graves is a pretty bit of a monster this game. He was actually a bit of a dick. If you could read chat, he was like a proper dick. But, you know. Yeah, so I can't really do anything bot lane at the moment. But you'll also see the great... Our like gold share across the team is very split. Like, if you look right now, Graves has got almost the same CS as me. I've like obviously missed a few and stuff, but yeah, he took some farm when he came bot lane, and obviously I missed a lot to the tower, so when I died. So Jinx actually, this is the weirdest CB in the world. I don't know what she was trying to achieve there, but we're just trying to like abuse some early power that CAITLYN has because the rest of my team is ahead. They're all doing pretty well, and I'm the only like one that's died this game so far, so we might as well group now. I've got the tower and try and go. This is kind of what CAITLYN is good at. Oh my god, he killed Rengar as well. Alright, so, but yeah, so like, Jinx is going to get every single bit of farm. The whole team is just channeling the farm onto Jinx, and when like, I'm here mid lane, for example, in the last like, however long I've just said this, I've only actually picked up one CS, but Jinx has obviously got like, about 20. So, this is kind of like where, I don't know, the usual attitude I have of, okay, every farm in the game belongs to me. Like, her team is just like every farm in the game belongs to you. So like they're giving her all of this farm, which makes her really, really strong in the game. This is something normally you see pre-made teams do. You don't really see solo queue do it because why would you put that much like focus and start pre-planning on a random? But yeah, this is what the game turned into a lot. Just jockeying around for like farms and wave clear. So I push this. I don't want to overextend because I know I know Rengar has been around the entire time, and I really don't want to get killed again. Like, the only time... We've been in good control this game, but, like, the only time we've been screwed was by the Rengar, so I'm not pushing anymore. And that's just, like, an adaptation I don't want to go near. But when we're under tower like this as well, I go for the Jinx as well as the CS. Normally, it's actually bad because... so you see here, I'm even, like, standing in front of the tower. I don't mind taking all this damage. I want to keep her taking my tower. Like, Soraka can heal me. Soraka can't heal the tower, right? So if I take the damage from the focus now, it means my tower survives longer. That's the kind of thing that I'm trying to do here at the moment. That was a good trade though, at least. We got a lot of damage onto that, which is nice. But yeah, so I'm always like standing in front a little bit just to try and absorb damage. And normally you don't want to do that ever. It's really not very clever. But when it's this kind of situation with the Soraka, it's a lot better to take the damage yourself rather than the tower taking it. Okay, here we go. This is basically the game. Graves goes absolutely nuts. Right now, I can see the Jinx and I can see the Janna, so I know I'm not in too much like danger. I get a ping because like Rengar might be around. As soon as someone pings me, I'm like, okay, maybe they know something I don't, and I just go back and recall. It's kind of bad base timing actually, because if Fellow Drake's up now, 10 seconds, I wouldn't get back in time for that. So really, I should have been more focused. But I think this game is actually hard because I realized about like 5 minutes ago that I was not recording the game properly. Actually, probably less than that, but I realized like quite recently that I wasn't recording the game at all, and it really tilted me because I was like, what in the world? What am I going to do now and stuff. So I was just farming up while I was kind of like de-stressing, I guess, and even though it sounds really weird. Oh, it wasn't Inferno Drake, it was Ocean. That thing in the top left, that confused me. I thought that changed with what portrait it was, but I think that's only in the LCS it does that. It's fair enough. So again, just farming. We're going for a crit build, but we're not going to go for triple crit because they have a Malphite. Okay, let's switch this fight. So unfortunately, the thing is like, Jinx is kind of just a better version of CAITLYN right now. CAITLYN has some good setup for... She's a bit more proactive. She has her traps. She has like net and stuff like that. But in theory, really, Jinx ult does more damage. Her Q does more damage, just from this high range as well. And she has chompers instead of a net. So in my opinion, Jinx is just like CAITLYN 2.0 in this meta. So yeah, it kind of sucks honestly, but what can you do? Yeah, so this game is like going pretty well for us. But at the same time, you see, so this is what happens now with the CS. You see that she's got 50 CS on me right now already, which is very good. And she has played, like, my CS is average for the game. Like, I am doing fine. Like, I have got the same as my teammates. I've done pretty well. But she's, like, gone and got the bot farm. When bot pushes, she goes mid and she gets the mid farm. So this is why Ziggs is a bit lower, even though Ziggs is insta-clears waves. Because Jinx is taking all of the farm, which is fine. Like, she gets a lot of the CS, which is great. But now if you look, like, I'm getting some mid lane farm, but Graves is getting my bot farm. So I'm not, like... This is kind of where I start to fall behind a bit because I can't really compete for the mid lane wave. They don't let me take the mid lane wave anyway, my team, and they're taking my bot lane wave. But yeah, so the build wise, I'm going to go Runions, Infinity Edge, and then into Last Whisper. I don't actually want to go triple crit this game because they have a Malphite and he's built stacking armor. Like, we are pretty much full armor apart from a full AD team, apart from the Ahri. So I don't like think I'm going to get away with triple crit because it'll be triple crit, then Last Whisper, then Lifesteal. Lifesteal wouldn't come into the build until 5th, which sucks. And I don't have Warlord, so I'm running further this game for the damage. Like, I don't know. Okay, so I have to flash here. So this is peer pressure in a nutshell. Graves just came in the middle and was like, why are you not taking the tower? Let's just take mid tower. It's really easy. Let's just take it. So I was like, okay, we're all going to take it, right? Well, I sidestepped to the left of the Ziggs bomb to take the tower, but then everybody else pussied out and just left me. So I have to flash here. Like, in hindsight, I didn't because Ahri landed a nice charm. Yeah, she gets the kill, but Ahri landed a nice charm. I didn't know she was going to do that, obviously, so play around what I know, not what they know. But yeah, so I was under the impression we were going nuts for... That's also my bad as well, actually. Hang on. I was under the impression we were going to full hand for the tower, just going to take it, take some damage, and run away. This is actually where the other CS disparity is coming because, okay, this is the problem with taking a tower early. This tower here is taking my CS. Sounds really stupid, but it's taking all my gold. This tower obviously is dead, so it's not. So this one, like, Jinx can collect the wave about here. Gives her more time mid, gives her more time to pick up a bigger wave. So actually, like, part of the reason why she's ahead in the CS of me is because she can collect a wave here in front of this tower, gives her more time, and she'll collect the entire wave. Rather than me, this tower's killing these, so it doesn't push as fast. I have to come back here. I can't just collect it up here, and it actually makes it worse for me. So in, like, for farm-wise, I know that jungle, like, pressure and everything like that, taking a tower is a good thing. But for pure farming as an AD carry, once you're in this mid-rotation kind of game where you're going mid, you're going bot lane all the time, actually it's better to not have a first tower. That doesn't mean give it to them. Like, you don't want to give any... It's not worth giving the enemy a tower or anything like that. But, like, if they ever 5-manned it and took it, it's not actually that big of a deal. You don't have to beat yourself up about it. It's not really going to, like, end the game or anything like that. But, yeah, so... We've had 9 kills this game so far, and I've been part of none of them. I haven't done anything this game. I get absolutely carried so hard. There's nothing I can really do. And this is, again, how Jinx is basically a better version of Soraka. A better version of CAITLYN. Because, hang on, he's actually going in here, but he's like, I need to remember, I need to, like, move the camera around now that we're doing a bit more. But, yeah, she has higher range, she has more damage. Actually, well, they're, like... The Janna shield contributes to her damage, but the Soraka will just heal me up, so it's a difference in supports as well, I guess, but in my opinion, the reason CAITLYN's not amazing is just because Jinx is a better version. But yeah, we're just like going around basically playing PvE at the moment. This is kind of what CAITLYN is really good at, is just playing PvE. She's really good at pushing towers and stuff like that. I'm trying to get it into her tower to make her miss some CS, but obviously that's not going to happen, I don't think. As soon as I saw that blue trinket go down as well, I just ran. I don't want to, like, ever fight. And I've kind of figured out in my head now that Jinx and Janna are pre-made because of the way they just stick together the entire game. And I don't really want to, like, you know, they're probably more likely to go on me because of that. So I'm not really down to do that. But we're going to try and take this farm, get these guys. She actually, what she did was quite clever. I think so we were going for the Jinx who was in that bush, but she obviously didn't go for that. I think Ari gets the kill on this, which is nice. And then, oh, he just killed the Ziggs. Okay, my bad. My camera work will get better if I do more of these. Okay, and we end up picking up this as well, I think. But yeah, we were going for the Jinx. Janna actually ran out of the. I wonder what, like, F1. I don't know what number my thing will be to go on to me. Oh, no, that's not it then, is it? No, that's not probably Q. Yeah, Q. Okay. Yeah, so Janna actually ran out of the bush, I think, to protect Jinx. That's what we were under the impression anyway. So, yeah. Yeah, so this is a Rengar going on here. Goes on the Soraka. This is why I go to defend. I don't know if we actually pick this up or not. This is my next, like, thingy, though. What I should have done here is actually... I should have really netted forwards. I don't really like netting aggressively because every time I do it, it bites me in the ass. But, like, it's something that I really should do. But you can see, by the way, like, this whole gold thingy, like, if you look at Graves' CS, he actually has more than me and our mid lane right now because he's taking mid farm and bot lane farm. So, even though while Graves is, like, really strong, I'm kind of falling behind now because I just don't get the CS. But look at Jinx. So, she's getting all the CS on the map at this point. So, pretty ridiculous. But the last two players, really, that told me these guys were pre-made was the... running out of the bush. Oh yeah, okay, we got it, nice. So I made that play because I saw Ari next to me and Ari had ult, so I assumed we were going to kill her and turn. If we look, like, this is just an assumption I made, look. So she's got, replay bugged, she actually does have her ultimate. But yeah, so I'm not getting away from Jinx, right? Like, she's got a red buff, she's got higher range than me. I have to turn here, so I thought Jinx was going to turn, I thought Ari was going to turn with me. Unfortunately, not quite, because that didn't happen. But I got my Q off, I think, and it did some good damage here. I mean, she manages to get the Q when Jinx turns around, which is nice. And I think she might go in for the Ziggs here as well. She actually does a good play here, I think. Yeah, she does. Which is good. But yeah, so I genuinely thought... Oh, it looks like Graves is going from Alpha here. You're dead, mate. Yes, he is. I genuinely thought Ari was going to turn with me there. Because I'm never going to be able to get away from that. But, she actually survives this, you know. Yeah, this Ari, she played really bad to start the game, but then she started playing really well. So, this game is kind of unfortunate. I'm starting to get on the scoreboard and helping my team more, but, like, I'm way more of a supporty person than, like, anything else, to be honest. I don't really do that much at the moment, and I'm just trying to, like, siege, farm as much as I can, and see what I can do. I don't really... I mean, I'm just getting carried, let's be honest, boys. There's nothing really more to this, but, like, at this point, all I'm trying to do is just use my tower pressure. My traps can set up a good zone as well. And you'll see I'm actually going for a Last Whisper now, so I'm going for the Malphite. He rushed a Thornmail second. Like, what in the world is that? Freaking Thornmail second? Are you serious? It's absolutely ridiculous, but yeah. It's going to rush Thornmail second, so I need, like, Last Whisper, Lifesteal to deal with that, really. To be honest, all I need to be is a backup. Oh, whoa, that's the wrong way. All I need to be is a backup carry. I need to be like, okay, if my team can't carry, then at least I can. That's the general idea of what I'm doing now. But I really want to take... I actually just walked over a pink wall, which I didn't realize at the time. I actually want to take Baron right now, and we should end and push. Part of this game is kind of rough because it's a frag fest. My team's really fed, all of them pretty much, and... oh, this was actually awesome. My entire team is fed, and, you know, I want to, like... Yeah, I went around to try and help, but as soon as I saw the Jinx, obviously I can't really do anything. They're all very fed, and I want to, like... They want to fight all the time. I'm actually doing good damage to Jinx now. It's just when Jinx focuses me, I think it's a bit of an outclass, I guess. So what I do here is, I know Rengar's in the bush, right? I know he's going to jump on me most likely, so I'm putting traps down on me, so that if... I'm going to poke him, obviously, as well, but if he comes for me, he should step on a trap. I actually panic flash in a second, just you'll see, but yeah, this is like, I feel like I can try and outplay it. I think I should be okay. I know a lot of them are mid lane now because that's where the rest of my team are, so I'm very aware. Like, a net away. yeah, I actually tried to flash here to dodge the Zig stuff, but it already hit me, so I wasn't... He tried to flash over the wall. I kind of instinctively flashed after him and wanted to flash dodge the Zig stuff, but yeah, so now, yeah, I'm probably screwed. After this, we'll just watch this as it goes. I have the Cloud Drake, which is helping a little bit. But yeah, so he actually manages to managed to survive here, which is kind of crazy. I don't think I really should survive there. Ziggs is 1 in 10 though. This is the point I realized Ziggs is 1 in 10 and probably a little bit tilted. He made some challenger dodge comment in the chat when he was like raging at me, so yeah. The interesting thing is actually I chose to upgrade my last whisper here instead of going for lifesteal. The reason for that is because well, see, I think lifesteal in theory would actually be better, but I could afford to finish my last whisper. I couldn't really afford anything for Bloodthirster. I think getting through Malphite is going to be one of my big problems if he ever dives onto me, so I want him to, like, you know, I want him to dive onto me. I think okay, so the way I'm thinking about this right now is I'm pretty useless. If I want to win the game, which I do, the way I win the game is I attract as much attention onto me as possible. So I attract from Malphite, Rengar hopefully diving onto me, leaves Riven, leaves Graves to kill everybody else. Like, Malphite's reduction in attack speed and stuff is going to screw Graves over, screw Riven over. So if I can get Malphite onto me, I might be able to deal with him, but at least he's not on my teammates, right? So if I'm thinking of that, Malphite's probably going to dive onto me. I'm also the easy target, right? Remember, I'm the weak one on my team. Malphite probably will dive onto me. I'd rather they dive onto me and, like, I can deal with that, I guess. So I thought we were actually doing it, but we're not. We're just going to bait here. I actually, like... Yeah, there's a trap there, but, like, you can get past that trap, so I don't expect anyone to ever jump onto it. Actually, Ziggs jumps onto it, and I'm not in range using my ult. I also waste my ult, which is kind of bad, but, like, my ult is pretty useless, honestly. It's not really going to do anything, so it doesn't really matter. This is kind of what I'm trying to do. You see, I've got traps there. I've got traps here as well. It's actually very hard for them to navigate through these actually in a fight to manage to pick them up and get through and get onto us. So I'm trying to just get through, and we're trying to do the Baron. Like, basically, I don't think they can really come in and do anything. The Ziggs ult directly in the middle should be a lot of damage. But you see where I'm positioning right now? I'm saying, okay, if you're going to dive in now and you're going to fight us in the Baron pit, which is going to suck for us, I'm not going to be the first one you attack. They're going to attack the Striker first, or the Ahri first, or whoever actually ends up, like, that bomb almost killed it, which is kind of scary. But again, he stepped on my trap. I have no idea what this kid is doing. And right now, I'm like, I don't need to base because I have Soraka, right, who's going to heal me. Well, she doesn't heal me for a long time. I have no idea why. Is she finally going to heal me? Hello? Nope. Still not going to heal me. Like, Malphite ulting onto me is probably going to kill me with a Rengar or something, and she still doesn't heal me. I don't know why. I'm really afraid to go forward. Okay, now she does. Just because I don't want to die. But we've got the Ziggs dead, right? We have... This is a pretty random engage. But also, like, part of the reason the last whisper is just because the first person to go near me always is going to be Malphite, so I need to get through him, right? I'm trying to walk forward a little bit to protect my team. Nothing really too major going on in this fight, though. Whoa, okay, so Riven flashes in, and it was the most terrible flash I think I've ever seen. But I think she should have had a kill here. I'm walking forward to go for the Jinx, like, because Ahri gets this really good charm. So I actually... So what I didn't account for there was... I should have just I shouldn't use my Q. What I didn't account for was the return damage of a Q, or I think it was Ahri's Q. That was going to do a lot more damage. I didn't really account for that, so I thought I needed my Q to kill her. Because so it's obvious, like, normally you just auto right for a kill, but I need to kill her in the quickest time possible because the rest of her team is surrounding her. So if I take a while to kill her, I'm probably going to die. So I was like, okay, what's the quickest way I can kill her? Well, a Q to the face for full damage, plus, and like I have a Last Whisper and Infinity Edge. My AD is pretty high, my arm pen is pretty good. That would be a good idea. Like right now, normally autos are 10 times better. You don't actually want to use your Q in team fights on CAITLYN at all. But I think it was a mistake in hindsight, obviously, looking back at it now. But, yeah. Like, I have so much AD, I don't really have that much attack speed and crit. Like, if we look, I don't know how I can tell how much, oh, here we go. I have 50% crit, so it's actually not that much. Normally, I'm used to like 80 or 100. I've tried out 100% crit CAITLYN, by the way. It's actually pretty fun. And Jinx as well. But my crits are not like that reliable. Obviously, I crit her, and if I crit her again, I would have just killed her. But like 50% chance, really, can I really rely on just critting people? I don't really know. I don't really think so. So I think Q was probably the... I think Q might have been the right play, but obviously pretty hard. So now we're sieging. This is kind of what CAITLYN does best, I guess, more than... This is what CAITLyn does better than Jinx, in a way, is setting up the traps and trying to, like, get that damage, I guess. I'm going to play this through slow to start with. But it's also hard when Ziggs has such good wave clear. I mean, actually... Ziggs has 2 items, not much AP. We have Baron. He doesn't have good wave play on this, but yeah. I try and ult just to like scare them away from the tower, really, because we have a cannon wave here, so I feel we can get some damage on the tower. I'm not going anywhere near, by the way. I'm not... You see how pussy I'm playing? Because if Malphite ults me on the tower, I'm so dead. But now he's quite low. I'm going to go in. Which is nice. So I'm actually... That was a good play by Graves, by the way. Blocked the Jinx ult. Yeah, I'm playing pretty pussy because I don't need to play out front. Like, we're going to get this anyway. We're waiting for the mid. Like, if you didn't notice, mid has actually already gone. Obviously, we've got the inhib. So this is pushing into the tower. All we have to do is wait here. Like, we don't have to actually dive. We don't have to do anything because eventually our wave's going to come through. Mid lane is going to push as well. And they'll have to go and defend. I don't know what that was about. Yeah, so mid is obviously... Rengar's have to go for this now, so we can walk forward on this wave and get it, which is great, and go forward. This is a bit of a slobby fight, though, because everybody goes for the Jinx, forgetting how strong she is. Jinx, like, has 4 completed items. I have, like, 3.5, and I'm on the winning team, so... That gives you an idea of how much farm makes a difference. She's over 100 ahead of me right now, because she's literally just got everything. But yeah, so she does actually end up dying. I flash forward to try and get a kill, but then I see the Rengar headshot, and I actually heal myself because I assume I'm the front. I'm at the front. I'm like the AD carry. He's gonna go on me, but he doesn't. He goes on the back line, which is really strange. We end up picking up that kill, and at this point, everybody wants to leave, but I'm like, okay, Jinx is dead, Malphite's dead, Rengar's dead. Why are we leaving? Like, Ziggs is really weak. We can't take this, or he can't stop us, and they're gonna have to go and defend this, right? So I feel like with this and the fact that we're strong anyway, we're going to be able to take this, which is nice. So we get that. Maybe we're going to base now, or... Actually, no, I know what happens next, but... yeah, I'm just going to go get my red. I'm going to actually base. And I was going to base, but then Riven TP'd back in. And for some reason, Ziggs suicided to Graves. So Ziggs is a bit of a troll this game. I feel like Jinx played well. Janna played pretty well. The bot lane was just a farm snooze fest because it was Soraka game. This is how you kind of play with Soraka. You just play and farm as much as you can. Getting pushed in kind of sucked, honestly, but ended up being pretty decent. I don't have the endgame stats or anything, but I got carried. I'll give you the TLDR of that one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I'm not going to make it a regular thing that much in my gamers because I enjoy playing them. Like, I want to be entertaining. This channel is a new way for me to... bring my personality into videos more that I can't do on my main channel as well, because you guys are watching for me, right? You're like watching with me, and I feel like I don't know, I think you guys on this channel know me so much better than on my main channel, and that's kind of what I want to keep. So I don't want to keep doing this all the time. This is as good as a one-off, I think. And if I do spectate, let me know what you guys think about that, if you want me to spectate some of your games or Twitch games and upload them and stuff. But yeah, it's kind of fun once in a while. Hope you guys enjoyed it anyway, and I'll catch you in tomorrow's episode.